Hey friends, it's Andrea from Reselling Freedom. Welcome back to the warehouse. Yesterday was delivery day. However, I did not unload it. My very kind landlord neighbor, he unloaded it for me. I had a very important meeting to attend to. I had a hair appointment and I tried to reschedule, but they wouldn't let me. So behind me, we have 5 pallets of lighting that when I saw what we want it for, I was already concerned. So the condition is salvage condition, merchandise requiring significant repairs prior to resale or else used for parts and components only. Ugh. 130 units, retail value is about $13,000, and we want it with freight and fees for $1,300. So I've already pulled out a few things because, you know, I typically like lighting, and I pulled out this one. It's a very heavy floor lamp. I'm like, oh, this doesn't look so bad. Except the top of it is cracked off. You could probably still get a light bulb in there, and I will test it. I should have light bulbs on the other side. And the top of it is all cracked. It makes me think of like the floor models that they have out at Home Depot and nobody buys them, so they send them back to the vendor and it's just smashed to bits. You could swap this out for a new one, but I'll put them together still. Same thing with this one. The top of this one looks okay. Just a little dusty, but the shade, it's all scratched and dented. Oh, this one still has a whole price tag on it. It was $57. So some of this stuff looks okay. I've opened a few things. I'm hoping we have more LED 4-foot lights because then I can save those and replace some of ours that have just burned out. Oh, I lied. I thought that was the top. It's not. So this one's been opened too, but I can usually tell by how the red strip is where the parts are and the hardware if it's damaged or used, but hopefully some of this stuff is okay. We've sold broken ceiling fans before. We just take really good pictures of everything. Here's another little one. He's really cute, but he's all smashed. He might still work. He just needs a new shade on him. I'm gonna take all these down to the other side and plug them in and see if they work. Well, here's another really big, let's see, Fairly floor lamp. I wonder if that includes a light bulb. I could just swap all those out, and there's 2 of them. The boxes are smashed. Who cares as long as the inside are okay? And I have learned the hard way with like can lights not to do one at a time. So there's a box of them. I might just put all these together. Most people don't want to buy just one can light. So if I do a box, maybe I won't have to have them sit forever and just not move. And I recognize a lot of these names. Jonathan Y we've had before. The Akira one, the boxes always smell funny, but they're super modern and super cute. Ooh, I see outdoor lights. I just had a few people ask me about that since it's getting nicer outside. So let me shuffle some of this down to the other side, plug it in, and see if it works. So these 3 lamps have been tested and they all work. I mean, they're a little sad, but they work. And this one's really cute. I thought it was broken. It's a touch one. So it changes. Light bulb not included because I have one that we just keep rotating. This tall one up here, that one works. So these 3 have no box. All the shades are damaged. And then I pulled out 2 of the Akira ones, this guy, and there's one over there on the shelf already, and they are brand new, factory sealed, not even open. The light I opened earlier, completely smashed. So we have a wide variety of lighting this one, so I'll just have to make sure that we're thorough when we go through them so we find everything that's smashed. So let's keep going. Okay, I've made it through a few more things. Most of it seems to be salvageable. There are some things that are rough, used, return, beat, but that was the condition of the pallet and we want it. But some of the stuff is really pretty. Like this, the box has been opened. The cardboard is all smashed. The styrofoam smashed. But the contents look perfect. I've actually helped hang something kind of similar to this, and they do give you gloves. And when I take pictures of them, I usually include the ends of the wires. And I think these are okay. They're still zip tied in one piece. Tag is still on it. I mean, you can always add that stuff back on, but this seems to be okay. There's now styrofoam everywhere. I did find a few lights that might work for us. They might be too skinny, so I have to check those. This one, definitely open. Ones on the bottom that are upside down and smashed, I'm afraid to flip those over. These definitely been used. The wire's all crimped and kinked sideways. Is it bad that we've had so many different lighting deliveries that I know the style names of a lot of the fans? Like this 62-inch Celine fan in black, we've had that before, and every single one that we've had like this has been used. I've had people still buy them. They don't go for as high because you don't know the condition of them, but ceiling fans typically resell for us fairly decent as long as they're not completely smashed. Like a few of these look a little rough, but in the middle I did find light bulbs, a whole case of can lights. The Meta Lux lights are usually cracked because they're really, really thin and they're upside down on the bottom, because now that I'm sitting down on the floor, I can see another 2 more. If they fit my style, I don't care if they're cracked. As long as they work, I will swap them out and use them. Because some of them, the building's a little bit older, our roof has leaks in it because it's old. I will gladly swap out one for a broken one. I don't care. We've had these before. They're outdoor lights for like your sidewalk. Those actually did really well for us too. I only see one. This guy, he's been used, and it's kind of tricky once you open the boxes to get them back in and have them closed just so. There's a different brand that we haven't had before. This brand, Luxrite, does not look familiar, but we have a whole case of these. There's another light there, another ceiling fan. I do have somebody who's looking for a very specific all-white ceiling fan, so I told him if I found one, I'd let him know, but so far, all I see are matte black, which, if I'm not mistaken, that is a current style in a lot of houses, switching everything over to matte black for fans, and gold, which is just not my cup of tea. This brand is my favorite. Of all the stuff we get, I like this one. It's really, really modern and super different, and that's me. Parrot Uncle. That name sounds familiar, but that looks funny. Some of these just look really dated and dusty, like they've been sitting in an empty warehouse forever. Like I could draw my name on some of the boxes that they're so covered in dust. We've gone through spurts. We've had lots of extension cords, and there's another 50-foot one in here, and I test all of them. It's super easy to test them, and they actually do really well. They're not super expensive, but we get fairly close to retail for them through the auction, so I'll definitely put that through. Or I might have to keep it. We have a space heater, which I know you're not supposed to use, plugged into an extension cord, and I tried to unplug it the other day, and they've become one, and they're melted together. I mean, it's warmer out. I only have on one sweatshirt. It's probably 70 today, thank goodness, so I don't have to wear 4 layers, which makes everything so much easier and more productive because I don't feel like a snowman bundled up. So that we will test. The big garage like work lights, this one's beyond bright. She's a little rough. She's been used. Oh yeah, she's got scratches, she's got dents. If I can test it, I'll plug this one in, because we'll get more if I can prove that it does work. But I like those big halogen lights, and make sure you don't look at the light when you plug it in. Ask me how I know. Overall, considering it's a salvage and needs repair, some of the stuff has been great, but some of the other stuff, they've been used for a while and returned to the store. Let's go on the other side and see what's left. We've had a lot of light poles in the past, and every time I get them, somebody comes in the next week who didn't win it and they ask me about them. So we have one here. It's 2 10-foot poles, lights not included. It's that guy there. That box on the bottom there, that's gonna be completely smashed. It was tied in so tight that it was bowed when I took them apart. And when I took it apart, I'm like, what are all these little boxes here? Vever, I think I've seen that before, but it was like lawn care. And I always forget, sometimes it's lighting and more, houseware and more, outdoor and, well, this is part of that and more. So I opened it up, I'm like, I think that's a speed bump. It's a speed bump. I think we have like 20 speed bumps. I think this should be a fun video that I'll have to make maybe tomorrow, because my hallway is completely full again. We still have food down the hallway. These 3 or 4 pallets of the lighting, it's Monday, and I have 3 more pallets coming in on Wednesday. So tomorrow, we're gonna have to move some stuff down. Mondays are the busiest days, and we kicked butt this morning and moved everything over by like 1 o'clock. So tomorrow, I'm just gonna see how much stuff of this at the end of the hallway I can put in just to clear more space. Maybe I'll even sit on a speed bump, who knows? So let me spin you around. There's one pallet back behind where the camera is, and that's my hallway. It's still full. And as we rearrange things, it gets worse and then it gets better. I think that's it for now. Let me sort through this stuff tomorrow. It's time to go home. Thanks for hanging out with me and my lighting and my speed bump. You guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you next time.